Have you ever noticed how we often move through life as if the path ahead is the only one that matters? Step by step. Forward. Always forward. And yet, what if the answers we seek, the subtle currents of change, the gentle gifts of life, sometimes come from looking behind, from taking a step back? Not in retreat, but in quiet invitation. Imagine standing in a sunlit room, or perhaps on a soft stretch of earth just outside your door. Feel the weight of your feet connecting to the ground. Notice the air brushing gently against your skin. A moment of pause. You are about to engage in a simple, almost imperceptible practice, walking backwards 3 steps once a day. At first it may seem trivial, perhaps even odd, but within this simplicity lies a subtle, profound truth, a truth that has been quietly preserved, whispered through the corridors of time, tucked in the routines of those who understood the hidden language of movement, energy, and life itself. The first step backward is a surrender, a small acknowledgement that not everything must be grasped, not everything must be pursued aggressively. It is a step that softens your rhythm and reminds you that life, in its most tender form, often comes to those who can step aside and let it arrive. The second step is a recognition that the energy you have poured forward, outward, in endless effort, is not lost. It returns to you, not always immediately, but through a gentle alignment of forces you may not see, yet can feel. You may sense it in the quiet clarity of thought, in the warmth of memory, in the way your body itself seems lighter, more awake. And then, the third step, the final backward step. It is an invitation, a quiet opening. You do not know what waits there, yet you feel the shift. A subtle recalibration occurs, as if the universe has acknowledged your gesture and begins to respond. It may be a memory rekindled, a message received, a small coincidence that delights you. It may even be the soft glow of vitality that you hadn't noticed until this simple ritual called it forward. For 3 days, just 3 days, allow yourself this practice, 1 moment each day. No rush, no expectation, simply 3 steps backward, taken with attention, with your awareness in the body, in the air, in the soft cadence of your surroundings. Ancient teachings have long spoken of the power hidden in rhythm, in the body's quiet communication with unseen forces. Every backward step, gentle as a whisper, sends ripples through the energy around you. It is a language older than words, older than memory, a language that speaks of restoration, of subtle return, of balance and vitality. Notice, too, how this ritual shifts your perception of forward motion. Life may continue ahead, yes, but now you move with a sense of completeness, of having invited what was missing to catch up with you. This is not a promise of grandeur, nor a call to haste. It is a subtle unveiling, a quiet dance with the unseen, where even the smallest gesture can ripple outward and return in forms both visible and unseen. As you walk backwards today, tomorrow, the next day, remember, this is not about changing the world outside, but about aligning the world within with the rhythm of possibility. It is a ritual that asks for no more than your attention, no more than your presence. And yet, it has the capacity to shift the currents of your life in ways that are felt long before they are seen. Now, having taken these 3 steps backward for a day or 2, notice the shifts. They are subtle at first, almost imperceptible, like the whisper of wind brushing through an ancient forest. Your body begins to remember itself in new ways. Muscles long dormant awaken gently. Joints move with a renewed ease, as if recalling the fluidity of youth. Even your posture softens, a quiet, upright grace that was always there, waiting to be remembered. There is a rhythm returning to your steps, a gentle cadence in your breath, a lightness in the energy that surrounds you. But the transformation is not only physical. Observe your mind. Thoughts that once pressed heavily upon you now float with a softer weight. Worries begin to resolve themselves not through effort, but by simply stepping aside. A clarity emerges, a quiet knowing that the world's currents are not against you, but flowing around you, ready to meet you where you are. And then there is the invisible, almost magical part, the subtle return. What you release, what you step back from, begins to return in forms both visible and unseen. Perhaps an old friend reaches out. Perhaps a long-delayed opportunity arises. Perhaps you notice the small gifts of life. A kind gesture, a coincidence that warms your heart, a moment of laughter in a place you least expected. This is the quiet power of walking backward, an ancient key, preserved in gestures so simple they almost go unnoticed. Step backward, and the universe steps forward with you. Step aside, and the currents of life begin to realign. Step gently, and notice how energy, like water, returns to the source it trusts. By the third day, your awareness will have deepened. You may notice more clearly the patterns that shape your days, the unseen threads connecting your actions to outcomes. There's a new patience within you, a confidence not born of effort, but of alignment. The very act of stepping backward has opened a door. Not a door in space, but a door in perception. And once this door opens, the possibilities it frames begin to move toward you naturally, without force, without struggle. As you continue this practice, a single moment each day, 3 gentle steps backward, remember that you are participating in an ancient rhythm, the rhythm of balance, of return, of quiet transformation. You are not rushing toward results. You are allowing them to come, carried on the currents of attention, presence, and intention. Take one last moment now, wherever you are. Place your feet firmly on the ground. Feel the subtle life within your body, the quiet energy around you, the gentle pulse of possibility. Walk backward once more, 3 steps, and notice how even in this small act, you are aligned with a deeper flow, a movement that has been waiting for you all along. The world outside may not change overnight, yet you will notice it differently. People, circumstances, opportunities, they respond to the subtle energy you now carry. Life, as if recognizing your awareness, begins to return what's due to you. Calm, clarity, vitality, and perhaps even a sense of youth that resides not only in the body but in spirit. And now as you pause here in this quiet space, know that the transformation has already begun. It is not a distant promise. It is a current, gentle, unfolding reality, flowing through your body, your mind, your presence. You do not need to force it. You only need to continue, a single moment each day, 3 steps backward, and notice the life that returns. Notice the lightness. Notice the clarity. Notice the subtle miracles that remind you. The world has been waiting for your gentle invitation all along. And when you see, when you feel, when something shifts in ways you cannot yet name, remember to pause and reflect. For this is the hidden rhythm of life. Quiet, simple, and endlessly generous. The steps are yours. The return is already happening.